Now, the problem is that the pastor is very down, and myself, I've been having nightmares. I've been having serious nightmares. I can't even close my eyes whenever I want to sleep. I see people chasing me.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's the one and only Tomamo here again, and it's another day for another gruesome, heartbreaking confession. Actually, this lady's case here is a matter of life and death, so once again, I'm going to crave your indulgence to please help me out with your opinion and support for this young lady here, because before she comes out here, you are supposed to know that this case is very critical. So please, guys, I would like you guys to listen carefully to the story, listen to our own side, and then please drop your honest opinion, and don't forget to share this video so that more people can actually drop their opinion and positive options for her to take. So madam, please just go straight to the point, no need for your name and all of that.
Okay, to start with, when I left school after graduation, there is this man I was dating. We were so much in love, and we finally got married. So when we got married, things were really tough. Things weren't really going well and all of that, but we were still just managing. So 3 months into the marriage, all of a sudden, things started working well. We moved out of where we were, rented a new apartment. My husband bought a car. He rented a shop for me and a lot of luxuries. Life was really going well. Things were really going well for us. So, about 3 years into the marriage, I found out that I couldn't conceive. I didn't take in even for once. So I was worried. I started going from one prayer house to the other, seeking for solution and all of that. I met with so many pastors. Went to the hospital. They said everything is okay. I'm fertile. There's nothing wrong with me and all of that. So I started going from one prayer house to the other, seeking the face of the Lord to come true for me. So while going from one place to the other, there is this pastor I met who told me that I should ask my husband some questions, that my husband's wealth is not pure, that I should ask him questions. I was really curious because all this while I never suspected anything. So I went home and I sat him down and confronted him. He denied. He said he knows nothing about why we haven't conceived up till now. But I did not stop. I continued to pressure him to see if he could talk. So finally, he opened up to me that he's into an occultic group and he's actually using our unborn kids as sacrifice. So when he told me this, I was shattered. I was really depressed. I cried and cried. So since I don't even have who to turn on to, I still went back to the church. I told him that, okay, let's meet a pastor for deliverance. He said no, that he can't do that he will come after his life. I pleaded with him. I said, God is the only way. So let's just go back to God and pray, seek his face. He still refused. So I went back to the church. I met with the same pastor that asked me to confront my husband and ask him questions. And we embarked on prayer and fasting for 30 days. So while we were praying, during that prayer and fasting period, my husband fell ill. We took him to the hospital. He was critically ill. At first, I was with him in the hospital for some days, but because of the prayers and the fasting, the mom was there and his younger sister was there too. So I had to go back to church. Most of the times I was in church praying. It got to a point that my mother-in-law was really angry with me, telling me that I shouldn't come anywhere close to my husband, because she felt I abandoned her son and neglected him. If only she knew what I was passing through then.
You guys not tell anybody about this matter, right?
No, it was just between me and my husband and the pastor.
Okay.
So I was still on it. The condition keeps on getting worse and worse. At the end of the day, they have to discharge him because it wasn't getting any better at all. We took him to the house. He was in the house, and I decided to bring the pastor because the pastor keeps on insisting that we need deliverance. Both myself and both my husband. So we're still on the mountain of prayer. So the pastor had to come to the house to stay with us. I was in the visitor's room. So on a daily basis, we were praying.
So by this time, as your husband joined the deliverance session?
He wasn't really responding, but he had no choice because of his health condition. He had no choice. So we're still on this prayer and fasting stuff. And to add, my husband and I have not actually been intimate for some time. So when there was a particular day I went to call pastor to come and eat, on getting to the visitor's room, I found out that his dick was standing, and it attracted me since I've not met with my husband for some time. So I grabbed it and we had sex.
With the pastor?
Yes, with the pastor. So it wasn't really intentional, but it just happened. And after that day, I didn't see the pastor again.
He left?
Yes, he left after that day. After about 2 days later, my husband got healed. Like, he was back to his feet. And I was so happy. I was so happy that finally God has answered our prayers. But I was on the second hand, I was really worried that I haven't heard from the pastor, so I had to make a move. I went to his house in search of him to know what really happened and to tell him the good news that my husband has recovered, only for me to find out that he was in the same condition that my husband was. It was really
like sick. Your husband got ill after that night?
Yes.
Then the following day,
after 2 days later, when I went to look for the pastor,
the pastor was not the one that is in your husband's position.
Yes, it was really healed, just like the way my husband was. Couldn't even talk, and all of that. So after I saw the pastor in that condition, I told my husband, and my husband too was really worried that how did it happen? How come he's healed and now the pastor is sick the way he was?
So you did not tell your husband about the affair or anything?
No, I did not.
Okay.
I did not tell him.
So what did you guys do about the pastor's situation? Because if by peradventure your husband, if he's a man of logical reasoning, he would think twice, because all of a sudden your pastor is sick and then he's ill. They would think maybe there's something that you must have done. I don't know if you went that way. Probably. The husband might be thinking that, okay, fine, you are responsible for what's happening to the pastor. Did your husband by any way confront you whether you were sleeping with the pastor?
He did not confront me.
But
I think he was curious.
So did you confirm his suspicion or what?
We just felt that, we actually felt that maybe what was disturbing him, like the reason for my husband's ill health, maybe it was transferred to the pastor. Now the problem is that the pastor is very down, and myself, I've been having nightmares. I've been having serious nightmares. I can't even close my eyes whenever I want to sleep. I see people chasing me. Yes. people that I cannot even identify. People chase me in my dreams. I don't know what to do right now. I don't know what to do because the condition is really the pastor's condition is really critical, and it doesn't look like he's even going to survive it. And myself, I've been restless.
It's okay. It's okay.
I need advice. I don't know what to do. I need help.
It's okay.
I need help.
In as much as you did the right thing for your husband, I would say you gave in to temptation, because nature abhors vacuum, and that vacuum that you've had with you since your husband's illness, and that you've not been able to touch a man, then you got attracted to your pastor's manhood, and then a lot happened.
It wasn't really intentional.
I'm not judging you, but if we are to get things done rightly, I think you should first of all confess to your husband, tell him what actually happened that night, because he will still be suspecting and thinking, why will my pastor now be in the same position as I was while he's well and 80, and you too, you're having bad nightmares and all of that. So if your husband gets to find out without you telling him, to be a double jeopardy. So it is better you reveal everything to him and let him know what has happened. Then you guys will actually find a better solution as to how to handle this your case. Okay, that's by the way. So secondly, I'm going to post this video. You'll be in the comment section, you'll be observing. My audience are going to drop their honest opinion on how you should go about this matter, so I would like you to stay tuned. So guys, you've heard her story. She was trying to deliver her husband from an occultic initiation he had that gave him wealth, and in the process she got entangled with the pastor that was actually conducting the deliverance with her. And now, maybe it's repercussion, the pastor is suffering the fate of the husband, while the husband is fit and well right now. So I don't know, she too, she's having some nightmares, and she thinks, or she's feeling that there's a spirit of death around her that is calling her. So I don't know if you guys have any better opinion for her. I would like you guys to drop your honest opinion in the comment section. Don't forget to share this video so that more people can actually drop their opinion for her, and all of that. So guys, I don't know, I really have nothing more to say, but I'll crave your indulgence. So guys, please just give her your honest opinion. I would like you guys to help her out on this one. It's a matter of life and death, and I would like you guys to please be actively involved with me. Once again, it's a one and only boy to Momo, aka nobody but no. Please, and I'm signing. I'm really signing out. This case is getting me uneasy. So please, guys, thank you very much for watching, and please drop your honest opinion for this young lady. I love you all. Thank you very much.